Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is Invin. Today I am bringing you guys a video on the Groza. Now this thing was first introduced in Season 4 as ground loot, and I picked it up, tried it out a few times and thought this thing is actually pretty decent. So I went ahead, tried it out in the different classes, and I have fine-tuned the best class you guys can use in Season 4 for the Groza. And trust me on this one guys, this is a banger of a class. You can get a ton of kills very easily and get a ton of wins hopefully with those kills leading on from it. So it's definitely something you're going to want to try out. If you've been sleeping on the Groza or you haven't thought to try it out yet, definitely go ahead and give this one a go. It's very good and you will not be disappointed with it. So let's jump into the class for it here. So as you guys can see on screen here, we've got the setup for the Groza currently in Warzone, and this is the best setup that I have found. I fine-tuned it with a few different ways, and it's going to be as a sniper sport / SMG hybrid build. It's got that short to mid-range capability, so it's like an extended SMG range, but with the fire rate and damage TTK of an SMG, which is really nice. Now obviously it does have a little bit more range than a regular SMG, with it being in the ARs category, but because we run iron sights on this, it is harder to hit things once you get to 70-80 meters plus, unless of course you mount it up where maybe you can get to 100 or so. So let's go through the class here. We've got first of all the suppressor, updated in Season 3 Reloaded. Obviously, we know that that is really good for close, snappy classes. Perfect for an SMG version of the Groza. Really fun. Makes the class quick, snappy, and gives it a ton of versatility. We're then pairing this with the mil spec on the barrel there. That gives it the horizontal and vertical recoil control, bullet velocity, and effective damage range again to be able to give it that little bit extra range than your regular SMG, which is where this weapon really shines through. Pairing it then again with the KGB pad on the end, give it sprint to fire speed so you're getting up there quickly with that ADS and those shooting capabilities. As well as that, we've got aim walking move speed and ADS firing move speed increase with that one, which means that you can move around with this weapon a lot and outmaneuver things, and it also means that you can compare to things like the MAC-10, the LC-10, the MP5, which is really important right now as those guns are very strong, particularly on the movement front. We then got the Spetsnaz Speed Grip for the vertical and horizontal recoil, and of course the Spetsnaz 60 round drum to give you the most ammunition possible with this weapon. And this setup basically has virtually no recoil if you're decent at controlling it. If you are slightly newer to the game, the recoil might be a little bit wavy to start with, but once you get used to it, it's really solid. It's got a very quick TTK and a consistent TTK from 0 up to 20, 30, 40 meters. It's consistent all the way through. With other weapons, it might be slightly quicker if you hit every single shot in that 0 to 10 or that 10 to 20 range, but as soon as you get 20 plus, it's pretty much up there in the top 5, and before that it's going to be up there in the top 5 as well, because it's consistently going to take the same amount of shots to kill regardless of first 30-40 meters, which is really nice because it means you can fine-tune how to play with this weapon. So it's consistently excellent, great accuracy, low recoil, high TTK, very competitive at the moment. It's definitely something you guys want to try out, so try out this class that is on screen for you guys now. So courtesy of JGod, we have a ton of stats available for the Groza, and we can see how this weapon actually compares in game. Now I will leave a link to JGod in the description if by some miracle you haven't heard of the guy. He's an absolute goat, so go and check him out. But on here we can see that we've got a max bullet velocity, which is very competitive. It ties in with things like the RPD, the C58, the XM4, which is a fan favorite at the moment for the AR category, which is really nice. We can then see that the rate of fire is around 750 mark, which is fantastic because it means it's a fairly quick gun. Not quite as quick as things like the MG82 or the FFAR, but it does have a more steady and compact recoil pattern, which we can then easily predict in order to get a lot more kills consistently. On top of this, it's got a 60 round mag size, which is on the upper end for the ARs, which is really nice. And then obviously long range damage is 27 per hit, which means you're looking at maybe around 10 body shots to kill, which is pretty good. That's if they're full plated and everything at a decent range, 20-30 meters. 10 shots to kill with a rate of fire of 750. Pretty quick time to kill overall. Roughly you can down 6 or 7 players with 1 mag and get 3 or 4 kills per mag, depending obviously how many shots you hit and how accurate your bullets are, right? But if you've got good accuracy, that is the potential, which means that this weapon is really excellent for duos, trios, and quads. It can work in everything. Obviously it'd be great in solos, but there is faster TTK weapons with lower mag sizes like the AS Val, which you prioritize in solo games. This one is really good for duos and trios particularly, and really good in quads as well to deal out a ton of damage very quickly. With a practical shot to kill ratio of around 10 to 11 shots, depending how good your accuracy actually is, is, the realistic time to kill on that then is around 760 milliseconds, which brings it up there into probably the top 10 in Warzone right now. And some of the things at the top are going to be Stoner, PK, and things like MG82. All of those things that have got a ton more mag size and fire rate, so that if you are closer, they can get slightly more damage out faster, but they have a lot more recoil, have a lot more mobility issues. This is one of the best mobility-based weapons that still gets the kills very, very quickly, and is going to be highly, highly accurate, which makes this really, really good. Again, massive thanks to JGod's spreadsheet for all of those stats and being able to compare them versus other weapons. So go ahead and have a look at JGod's channel if you haven't seen before. It's linked in the description. But that just rounds it up to show us that this gun is absolutely worth using. It's a fantastic weapon. It's been doing me super, super well in Warzone. If you've been sleeping on it so far, stop sleeping on it now. Go ahead, try out this class, and let me know what you think of it down below in the comments. Have you used the Groza much in Season 4? If you have, what do you think so far? Let me know down below. And other than that, if you have enjoyed today's video, please do make sure you leave a like on the video down below, as it really does help me out. And if you are new to the channel, drop a subscribe. We'd love to have you here as part of the channel community. We are pushing for 2k subs, so it'd be great to have you on board. Other than that, as always, thank you very much for watching. Take care and peace.